Don't think that a Charlotte Mason education means that you're old-fashioned, that you only read the classics, that you only listen to classical music, that you only do all these things. I think it's a much more rounded thing than that. Your culture, you know, we're talking right now about Anglo-Saxon culture. What about the Hispanic culture? What about the African culture? You have so much culture out there. They're probably not going to listen to Baroque all day. Welcome back to my channel. I just had a quick thought with Charlotte Mason, and I want to share it with you. So, a popular book with Charlotte Mason is The Charlotte Mason Companion by Karen Andriola. Honestly, within that book, there are two things that I really remember. The first one is I remember her daughters redrawing from their minds the Girl with the Watering Can. I think it's by Monet. The other thing I remember is Karen Andriola going to the grocery store and seeing the best of cassettes. I don't think they were CDs. I think they were cassettes. In the grocery. You know, the best of Handel, the best of Mendelssohn, the best of... And how she decided this was a great way to start bringing in classical music. I was really just reflecting of, wow, that book is chock full of information. This is what I remember. It was relevant to me because I did the same thing, but I was like 10 years old buying those cassettes or CDs. I think in my case they were CDs. Anyway, moving on. I just had this thought of, wait a minute, how did Charlotte Mason students listen to all these things? I haven't gotten to this in the book. Maybe somebody will correct me, and that's completely fine. You're welcome to do so down in the comment section down below. In the comment section down below. Blah, blah, blah. My guess is that the Victrola had just come out, so you could listen to record players or certain recordings on that, and that's how they listen to a lot of these classical pieces, composers. It's not like they could just pop a CD in. Before that, you would go to concerts that were usually held at assemblies, I think they're called. Oh, ankle's still bad. You would go to assemblies where they would play certain pieces, and that was kind of your exposure. I'm trying to think of how children would do that. I don't remember or ever recalling children being a part of those. So that's interesting. So anyway, I'm going to assume it was Victrola, which means it was a modern invention, which got my mind rolling. Again, going back to art, how did kids see all these paintings that she talks about with the artist studies? I'm assuming some of it is books that you would read. Emma, yeah? Can you put my crutches away? I'm assuming they would be the books that you read based off of what is available. So you would read the biography. Usually some of those have pictures. That's probably where they're getting from. Or you got to go, back then, especially these mansions, you would go and you could kind of get tours and look and see stuff. I don't know to what extent museums were there, but you had like the Louvre, you had things like this, but you got to see life-size replicas of that. It's not like you could print an 8x10 photo and do it to your kids. So Charlotte Mason is making all of these work for her time. But I'm going to say this cautiously, but today we have a similar thing at our fingertips. But it's almost like it's not pure if we use them. We have things like YouTube videos that will give us tours. We have things like online resources that we can look and flip through and things like that. We have museums that we can go to. We have CDs that we can turn on. We have YouTube that we can turn on. And it's interesting to me that I don't hear this often. I'm not saying that it's prevalent, but it is interesting to me that with it, it's like we can use modern technology up to a point. When modern technology kind of gives us all kinds of things that enhance this education, and we can take advantage of it. Again, as with everything, like even a Charlotte Mason education is about balance. We're trying to create a well-rounded child. And modern technology today is almost too much. That it's so invasive of the home. But we still can use it as a purposeful tool. That being said, like, our family doesn't have a television set. Like, it's not that we don't watch movies. If we do, we watch it on our laptop. Actually, we have a projector now, so we can project it onto the wall. It's really cool. I love this Christmas gift that my sister gave us. It makes it so much easier with laptops. So we can watch it, but we have Amazon, Netflix, or YouTube. Those are our choices. We can listen to music. I've got YouTube. I've got a CD player. That's it. I don't have a television set. I can't pop in a DVD. I can't pop in, I can't turn on the news. I can't go to the History Channel. I can't do any of that. That's okay, because I still have made a way for us to use it. And likewise, going back to all this, in your own home, video games. I personally really struggle with video games, but as I'm reflecting on these things and I'm trying to figure out well-balanced, I'm going back to well-balanced, I still think that to a certain extent, video games still have a place in the Charlotte Mason education. But we're also going to go back to personal family values. At this point in time, video games are not for our family. But I also have a husband that would love to see them banished from the earth. And I'm more of I would like them to learn to use it wisely and in a good balanced way. So, but for other families, it's the husband that's very into video games. Or the wife wants the sons to not, or doesn't constantly want to be in fight with their sons, and so they allow video games. It's going to depend on your family. There's a balance to everything. There is discretion above all things, and that's really just kind of what I want to get at. Don't think that a Charlotte Mason education means that you're old-fashioned, that you only read the classics, that you only listen to classical music, that you only do all these things. I think it's a much more rounded thing than that. Your culture, we're talking right now about Anglo-Saxon culture. What about the Hispanic culture? What about the African culture? You have so much culture out there. They're probably not going to listen to Baroque all day. So, anyway, I just wanted to put those few thoughts out there just to kind of mull over in your mind and think about what your culture is, who your family is, what we have today available at our fingertips, and there you go. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my next video. Bye.